Risotto and scallops. Today we're making top-notch comfort food.
Welcome to another episode of Bite Size Seattle.
Hi there, I'm Brett, marketing manager here at the JanusGroup, your Seattle real estate team. I don't know about you, but every once in a while I'm in the mood to cook something a little more elaborate or involved than I normally would. This makes me reach for my cookbooks to see what new ingredients or techniques I can try out. And that's exactly what we're doing today with a delightful recipe from Marcella Hazan's Essentials of Classic Italian Cooking. This is a fantastic recipe from a fantastic cookbook. And to complete the meal, we're going to add seared scallops on top of the risotto. Seared scallops are low risk, low effort with a high reward that pair well with this asparagus risotto. Okay, let's get started. Here's what we're cooking today and the ingredients you will need to cook this at home. Before you start the risotto, take your scallops and put them on a towel on a plate in your refrigerator so that they dry out a little bit while you're cooking the risotto. Your order of operations for this dish is to 1. Prep all of your ingredients, 2. Make the risotto, and 3. Sear the scallops. Put your wide, heavy pot on the stove with about 2 inches of water. Bring to a boil. Add the asparagus and 1 tablespoon of salt. Cover and let cook for 4 minutes. Using tongs, remove the asparagus from the pot and put on a pan in the refrigerator for 3 minutes. Once the asparagus is cool enough to handle, cut the tops off, reserving them for later. Cut the remaining asparagus into 1/2-inch pieces, making sure to discard any pieces of the bottom that are tough or stringy. Place the asparagus cooking water in a large bowl. Add stock so that you have roughly 6 cups of liquid. You will use this to cook the risotto. Put it next to your pot. Put your wide, heavy pot back on the stove, this time over medium-low heat. Add the butter, the vegetable oil, and the chopped onion. Cook for 2 minutes. Then add the cut up asparagus, but not the tips, and cook for 1 minute. Then add the rice, stirring to mix well. Then add a 1/2 cup of the broth and asparagus water mix. Set a timer for 20 minutes. Continue stirring for the entirety of the 20 minutes, adding broth a 1/2 cup at a time. You're probably gonna wanna wear some comfortable shoes. You're gonna be here for a while. You'll know when to add more water. The risotto soaks up all of the liquid. If you are stirring constantly and still having trouble with the risotto sticking to the pan, turn the heat down. Slow and steady, continually stirring, adding broth as necessary. After 20 minutes, you should do a taste test to see if the risotto is cooked through or not. You want it to be tender but firm to the bite. It will likely need a few more minutes of cooking. When it is done, remove it from the heat. Add the asparagus tips, the remaining 2 tablespoons of butter, the chopped parsley, and the Parmesan cheese. Stir until well incorporated and the cheese melts through. Taste for salt, and then cover while you sear the scallops. Okay, now let's sear those scallops. Start by heating your pan over medium-high heat. When it is hot and not quite smoking, add 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 tablespoon of oil. While the butter melts, salt both of the flat sides of your scallops. When the butter is melted and bubbling, add the scallops to the pan, moving each back and forth a few times to ensure that they don't stick to the pan. Cook for 3 minutes before flipping them over using tongs. Once you flip them over, add fresh lemon juice to the pan, and using a large spoon, baste the scallops in the butter for 2 minutes. And you're done. Plate the risotto in a wide pasta bowl and then put the seared scallops on top. Thanks for watching this episode of Bite Size Seattle. Until next time, cheers.
House goals realized. JanusGroup at RE/MAX Integrity.
It's a tooth!